When you think Filipino food, first thing in your head is probably chicken adobo. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make moist and tender chicken adobo with a fun little ingredient I like to add in the end. Obviously, any Filipino is gonna tell you that their mom or grandma makes the best adobo. But from what I've learned, even choosing the type of vinegar can give you a completely different flavor in your adobo. So there's potentially hundreds of ways you can whip it up. So here's my chicken adobo recipe, and I hope you enjoy it as much as my friends and family do. First, let's start with garlic. I usually like to go crazy with garlic, but we can just start off with 2 in this recipe. All you need to do to the garlic is smash it, separate the skin, and then we're gonna throw it in the pan just like this. Next, grab a pot and then heat about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil over medium heat. Take about 5 whole peppercorns and then 2 large bay leaves. Mine are a little broken up, so I took a little bit more. Throw in your garlic, your peppercorns, and your bay leaves together and saute just until the garlic starts to sweat a little bit. Next, take 2 pounds of chicken thighs or chicken drumsticks and saute them in a pan until they've browned a little bit. I always opt for chicken thighs or chicken drumsticks because in my opinion, they lend a lot more flavor than chicken breasts. All right, so that should be brown enough. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a 1-to-1 vinegar to soy sauce ratio. So I have here half a cup of vinegar and half a cup of soy sauce. For the soy sauce, I like to use the Filipino brands like Datu Puti, Silver Swan, or Marca Piña. But if you have another dark soy sauce brand, I'm sure it'll be fine. What I like to do is top it off with just a little bit more vinegar. I found that this makes for a brighter and tastier adobo. In my opinion, choosing the vinegar for your adobo is the most important part. So if you're gonna make adobo, opt for a vinegar that's a little bit sweeter. So a few examples that I have is apple cider vinegar. This is the one that I'm using for this recipe. A sugarcane vinegar, it's called Sukang Ilocos. This one's Filipino. This is a pineapple fermented vinegar. This is Korean, but this makes for an extra sweet adobo. This is a lot sweeter compared to the other vinegars that I have. Try to avoid white distilled vinegar. That vinegar has no personality. But if you have no other options, go ahead and use it and add maybe a tablespoon or 2 of a sweetener of your choice. So one last thing I'm gonna add to my adobo is a special ingredient: quail eggs. You can get quail eggs at the Asian supermarket. I get the canned ones because I don't wanna have to peel any of those little quail eggs. Now cover the pot and let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so here's my tip for tender chicken adobo every time. Use a thermometer. If you do not have a thermometer, I have a link in the description below. Grab one because you're gonna be using this a lot more often than you think. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the biggest piece of chicken and the thickest part of it, insert the thermometer, and once it reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit, the chicken is safe to eat. You're gonna take it out immediately. And then continue to simmer this on low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes so that it can thicken up. This step is completely optional, but personally I like my sauce to thicken up just a little bit. Okay, the sauce has thickened up, so remove that from the heat and put the chicken and quail eggs back inside. At this point, you have 2 options. You can eat your adobo now, or you can wait until tomorrow so that the chicken and the quail eggs can marinate in the adobo sauce and it'll taste so much better. Trust me. I actually made this adobo for our Budo fight, aka our Kamayan feast with our friends, which is gonna happen in 2 days. So this adobo is gonna be even better by then. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try this recipe at home. Your friends and family will love it. So go ahead and leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!